Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Here it's a wet one. It's been raining, so all the snow's gone now, so that's good. Terrace, British Columbia is typical winter weather. The biggest snowfalls usually come later on in the year, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so huge thank you for tuning in. I hope you're doing very well. Today we're going to be playing the campaign series Vietnam, Dien Phu number 6, I believe. We should be able to wrap this up today and maybe get started on number 7. I don't remember how many there are, but I think there was 10 of the Dien Phu scenarios. Anyways, we've pretty much wrapped this one up. I was expecting a big counterattack, but that hasn't happened yet. Hey, good morning, Tim. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Just a quick update about what's going on before we start doing some senseless violence today. The Middle East and Vietnam updates have been rescheduled for December the 3rd, if I understand correctly. That's not on our end, that is on their end. Some scheduling issues or something like that on their end, so hopefully that will be remedied. No vocals. This is a test. Wow. So for those on YouTube, you hear me fine. For those on the stream, you didn't hear me because my microphone wasn't working. But it should be working now, by the looks of it. So thanks for tuning in there, Tim. Really good to hear you. Thanks for letting me know about the audio and video. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, the Middle East and Vietnam updates have been rescheduled for December the 3rd due to whatever's happening at Slytherin. So huge apologies for that. I was expecting them out on Thursday. Alas, it is not going to be the case. Hey, Snowfall. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. We do have, actually, tomorrow, there should be a brand new Cold War Alpha build with all the Warsaw Pact nations in it, which is pretty exciting. Good morning, Schlons. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So to the guys that are going to be testing this, just FYI, if you're downloading the alpha, it's not ready for anything. So give me some time over the next few weeks to fix the order of battle issues that are probably going to rise up, because we just added 4 nations to the order of battles. Also, these are the meat and potatoes of the Warsaw Pact. Even though they are very comprehensive, there are still things that I need to tweak. Keep in mind, I've been working on these for over a year, and I have acquired some different information since then, so there are going to be some simple things that need to be added or improved or modified. So yeah, even though you'll have the toys, please don't use them for generating any scenarios because they're not ready for that yet. Feel free to take a look at them because there's a lot in there and they'll be so cool to see. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, there will be errors. I am going to try and fix them over the next couple of weeks so that they are good to go. So please be patient. It is pretty exciting to have some Warsaw Pact nations in the game, though. Hell yeah, that's exciting. What else? The JTCS update or remaster has been rescheduled for early next year. There are some issues that I need to address, in particular the campaigns. I'm going to see if I can track those down. As I mentioned last time, if it's a coding issue, there's nothing I can do about that. But if it's a data issue, I will do my best to fix that, so that at least the dynamic campaigns will work then. Quite a few people have been coming up and sending me issues with their campaign stopping. Usually it's 1942, March-ish, somewhere in there. Not always, but a lot of the times. So I will see if I can fix that. I'm hoping it's a data thing, but I don't know for sure. Then when that remaster is done, that'll be it. And then we will work on Cold War and the new World War II game. Obviously, the new Cold War and World War II game will be based on, how we're looking at this, all these upgrade graphics updates, blah, blah, blah. Someone did put in a recommendation to include a couple of Pacific Front scenarios into the new World War II game, so I'll make sure that on my task list of things to develop for that initial 1.00 is Japan, and maybe just like the Americans or something. Obviously, we're not going to have all the nations in the 1.00, so be patient, please. There's a lot to do. Much like Cold War, we're starting with something and we'll build on it as we have time. All right, let's get into the action. We are turn 24 of 30, almost done. I was expecting a counterattack that has not come to fruition, so we are attacking, considering we are absolutely kicking bottom in this. Yeah, we're way over a major, so I'm being aggressive just to see how far we can go. I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to push into maybe this background, and plus it gives us probably some intel for the next scenario to see where the defenses are. Right? Positive vibes. All right, let's call the artillery. That's a trench. We want to hit that. I don't know what these guys are. Let's see. So how's everyone doing today? What's going on? Tell me something interesting. Let's have a conversation today. Maybe we'll get lucky and take out some more of those guns. Okay. I don't think I really need to do anything else. Maybe I'll just move some units. How are your West Germans coming, Schlons? Ah, man. I am back in the saddle for my games now, so if you're missing a turn, let me know. I think I have one more turn for Troy that needs to be done, which I haven't done yet. And then I think that's it. I think that's the only one that I've neglected so far. Everyone else should have their turns. So if you don't, let me know. Fair warning, I do have to go watch my sister's kids Monday to Thursday, so I will not be able to play turns there. Or maybe I will. Actually, I think I can play your Volga scenario, because I'm not recording that one. Because it's just bad. We already know what needs to be done for that anyways, so the scenario test that we're doing is just to see how scenario or city combat is going to work in that particular scenario. But we both decided that it's going to be rebuilt and the map extended and, a whole bunch of things to fix that particular scenario. So yeah, the Volga one I will be able to do for sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to play the other ones that are being recorded. I'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. I will be streaming on Wednesday though, so I'll come back home and do the stream and then go back. Alright, let's end the turn. See what happens. No, it's all good. I need to see how the combat's going to go when we're in the city fighting. That's the important part. And that'll be the fun part. Now, if I recollect, the positions aren't that good for the Russians. It'll be way too easy of a cakewalk, unfortunately. But that will allow me to see and do some history research on where the key areas were, where the fighting was in the city itself. and organize or prepare defenses accordingly. So that will be kind of a fun thing for me to see, just, based on this particular scenario that we're playing now, and where there should be proper defenses and things. Kharkov was fun, yeah, but it needed to be rebuilt. I would like to expand that map. Oh man, I really want to expand that map. I'm very excited to build scenarios for Cold War, but I'm also very excited to build scenarios for the World War II stuff. I mean, anyone that knows me knows that my library is mostly World War II, so I'm super stoked about doing that. But I'm also very keen on the scenarios and just being able to use my imagination for Cold War and see how, my initial scenario plans, how they're going to come to fruition, and see what kind of interesting tactical and operational stories and lessons and things like that we can learn when we're playing these scenarios, especially once we figure out the storylines that I'm going to do, which I kind of have, but those are open to change because those are alpha stage kind of stuff. We have 2+1 going. Cold War takes... Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited to get that new Roslevel scenario started there, Tim. I think that'll be... With the new map, it should be a very interesting experience, because our first game was freaking amazing. So much fun. That was insanely fun. Yeah, I think Cold War will be a lot of fun too. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Cold War. So someone did ask on the Blitzkrieg Wargame Club if there was going to be NBC or whatever it is, things that are going to be included within the game. Now, the Order of Battles have this stuff, but all the scenarios that I'm going to be designing will not have nuclear, biological, or chemical weapons as part of the thing. They're only Order of Battles for those that want to play with them. But all my scenarios will be conventional, so fair warning. Yeah, that really was a fight to the end there, Tim, in that Roslevel scenario. Man, that was so intense all the way to the end. And that's 100 turns, right? 100 turns of intense combat. It was so crazy. Those poor Germans, they suffered so many losses in that fight. But I still had, like, a division plus of, full-strength units to go. Alright, 11 out of 24 units have recovered morale. 4 headquarters unable to provide supply, 2 artillery units unavailable, and 6 units low on ammo. Oh, double unknown effect, that's always good. Hey, Stipe, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So, during my lunches at work, probably what I'll be focusing on is, since I'm done the graphics for the Warsaw Pact Nations, my goal is going to be working on the 2D silhouettes, which I'll show you very briefly what that looks like. Please hold. So I'm starting to fill in the counter sheet for the 2D silhouettes, which is very exciting. I also have the NATO side as well. Obviously, it's not complete yet, but I am slowly filling it in. So I will get back to this, and this will be my lunchtime task as I'm at work, which is pretty exciting. Because that's one thing that we want to include and incorporate for Cold War, is bringing those back. My plan, though, is to have, instead of having, well, the idea is to have 2 primary sets, one for Warsaw Pact, one for NATO. Are they going to be able to include every single vehicle? Obviously not, because that's not how they're designed. It'll probably be similar to the NATO type symbology in the sense that one thing fits many things. But I will try and have some granular, visual capabilities within that, so you're not having just one type of truck. You'll have a handful of trucks to look at. That'll be more complicated for NATO, because NATO was not standardized. Warsaw Pact is super easy, even though some of the nations built their own stuff. A lot of the things were quite similar, like everyone used the T-55, blah, 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 right? So, you can expect that. I think that's pretty exciting. I know people like that. I liked it. I thought it was really cool to see that. But yeah, the key is that I'm going to have is 2 main Warsaw Pact and a NATO large set of symbols that we can use for that. So for those that like the counters, that's exciting. That will be ported back to Vietnam and Middle East. That will be a little bit more complicated, especially for Middle East. Vietnam, not so much. I still haven't decided how I'm going to do the infantry yet. We'll have to see, because these are small, right? So, alright, what are we doing? So I think this is a shallow creek. So one quick thing to... These hex sides, are they shallow or deep? The easiest way to tell is that the shallow ones don't have a lot of water. The major ones do have a lot of water. So that's a quick visual cue. Like, hey, there's a lot of water here, can't cross it. Not so much water, I can cross it. So that's something to keep in mind. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Can you see anything? No. Can you see? Oh. Oh, let's try and draw some fire. Ah, shit. Well, that was drawing fire, but not what I wanted to do. So there's nothing over there. These guys are still fixed. So of everyone here, what decade are you looking forward to playing with Cold War? What's this? I don't know if that's just open or what. Huh. Is there an engineer in here? There is. Let's try our luck and build a bridge. Where do we want to go? We want to go north. That was a fail. Boo. Tim is 60 to 80s. Okay. Who else? What you got? What do you want to listen? What do you want to play? I'm curious. You know what? Let's try and build a bridge here too. Oh! Ha-ha! Interesting. Oh, I can't cross now. Damn it. No action points. There's no sense hanging out. Let's go across. Oh, they got smoked. Hey Ingrid, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. Let's see if we can... Oh yeah, there we go. So that's a priority target for the French. We're going to cross that. Start getting into this rear if we can. That would be amazing. Okay, let's do some happy hunting here. Mortars, mortars. '60s and '70s. Those got out of hand. Tabletop in the '70s with the GHQ stuff. Oh yeah. No, they can't fire. Excuse me. Oh man, most of these platoons are really in bad shape. That's not good. I was thinking that I'd have to retreat on the other side of the hills, but I don't think we need to, so that's okay. This is a good bunker. Let's try our luck and hit this position here. See if we can cause some damage. That was not good for both of us. It's too hard to play really big battles. Of course, JTS changed everything. That's true. It's crazy what you can do now with JTCS. I'm probably going to assume that the biggest battle that I'll make for Cold War is either going to be something related to the Berlin breakout, or break-in, I guess, and Leipzig in the 70s. I think those two are going to be the largest scenarios that I'll probably build. I don't think they'll be big. I don't think Fulda will be big. I think Leipzig will be bigger, significantly. Gosh darn it. Oh, there's a headquarters there. Damn it. Run away. Just not making headway. I need more infantry. Not only do I need more infantry, I need higher level infantry. Let's bring up some reinforcements. So, just FYI, I am using the old school damage results. They are different if you want to use the new system that is included in the latest update. That is available. We're just using it because it's easier for everyone to see on the single screen that I'm using. As I mentioned, it'll be there for those that want to have it, but I'm not going to do any scenarios that have that specifically. The NBC stuff, which is kind of cool. Man, this is a doozy. I have modern campaign series, but it's bigger unit battalion regiments. It should be really ugly for Fulda. Yeah, it would be ugly for Fulda. Even if we try and do the whole thing of, you know, I mean, the biggest thing in Fulda for sure is the starting point where the Soviets are trying to break through the screens, right? And there's Fulda in the 80s is just going to be a bloodbath for the Soviets, right? Fulda in the 60s might be more interesting. And I understand that's probably what most people want to play, but for me that's not very interesting because it's so lopsided of a disaster. But I don't know, maybe we can make it work. I have to figure that out with the scripting and whatnot to see what the potential possibilities are. Okay, let's call in our artillery and let's see if we can punch through this line. There's guns back there. We want to get those. Okay, here we go. What's the Bear and the Dragon? Please refresh my memory. Looking at my Cold War shelf, I don't think I have that one. Clancy, Russia, NATO versus China. Oh, interesting. Damn it. Fight over resources? That never happens. What are you talking about? Please know my sarcasm. One new thing that you'll see in the order of battles for the Warsaw Pact are POL trucks. So basically what I had done before is that there are just supply trucks as part of the organizations, but now I've split it up. So if there was 6 supply trucks, I'd have 4 supply trucks and then 2 POL trucks. So that'll make utilizing the event schema, we can make some interesting things happen with that, which is kind of exciting. Uh-oh. All the books Clancy did was research playing war games. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, we have to come up with our own storylines. If someone wants to mod a Clancy stuff, that's totally acceptable, but for copyright issues, we have to come up with our own storylines. Which will do. But that is why we do include editors in our games. You can do whatever you want, which is pretty awesome. Oh man, we're just getting smoked. I really hope our artillery is effective this time. A game master was necessary on tabletop, but they were self-neutral. No, of course not. Ah, lost engineers. Fire truck. I had forgotten to include the Soviet independent tank regiments for 1980, well, early 80s. So I had to build those last night as a last minute thing. It's like, oh shit, I forgot about these things. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, reduced by 3. 6 units out of 22 have recovered. That's terrible. 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. 4 artillery units unavailable. And 4 units low on ammo. It does take away from the fun. You're totally right. Oh, that was a good hit. The 120s, they're really good. The mortars. No joy. These 105s don't seem to be as effective. Mind you, that could be a trench. We don't know what's in there yet. A trench or a bunker or something like that. I'm going to assume a bunker because there's a trench beside it. Oh, let's get some guns. Oh, reduce one of them. Perfect. No joy. Just the machine gun in there that is the biggest defender. We should be able to overrun. Oh, look at the guns hit. Lost. Reduced by 2. 2 guns. So in that hex, there's just the machine guns. Oh, is that a machine gun? Or, oh no, it's a recoilless rifle. Oh, we took out the artillery piece. That's not good for them. I don't know what that is. Alright. What do we have? Ah, not enough to overrun that. That's too bad. Can't get into there. Damn tanks. Let's do some shooting. See if we can build a bridge. Build. Where do we want to do it? Probably here, eh? Let's try. Nope. Denied. Let's try you. Also denied. Oh, we can try and overrun this. Damn it. No joy. Oh man, that headquarters smoked us by 2. That was not very wise. I didn't do that in the right order by any means. Okay, what do we got here? Infantry, infantry, infantry. Let's cross. See if we can assault. Cause some casualties to headquarters. That's good. to what we had in the 70s and early 80s. That must be a bunker or something. Is it? Oh, it's a pillbox. Oh, that's even harder to get into. Well, that makes more sense now. Yaha. Okay, let's take you guys. Let's see if we can get into this trench. No, but we did cause casualties, which is good. Let's try one more time. Do I have anything else in here? No, I don't. We both took casualties. Not ideal, but we're getting there. Damn it. There is a sapper platoon. Let's cross this way. No joy. Fire truck. Well, if you appreciate Panzer Blitz, then you'll appreciate the silhouettes that are going to be worked on. Yay! I can't cross there. Damn it. Jason, is it under consideration to have release CSVin as one download once the beta is incorporated instead of all the separate Yeah, eventually it'll be remastered. I don't know if that's going to be anytime soon, though. That's one thing to keep in mind, especially as we're in influx with the Cold War. So I would imagine, and the other thing is that we're continually updating Vietnam and Middle East. So until their final games, like John Tiller's campaign series, they probably won't be remastered to the point where it's just going to be one download. At least in the near future, especially with the user interface updates that are coming for Cold War, because they will also be incorporated into Middle East and Vietnam. I don't see that being totally done for quite a while, because I still have a lot of things that I want to do for both Middle East and Vietnam. There's a whole bunch of post-68 scenarios that I want to make for Vietnam. I want to build Iran, Iraq, or the scenarios, I guess, as well as script all those scenarios. Because right now, Middle East is kind of like the ugly duckling in the sense that most of those scenarios aren't very well scripted. So I would like to take the time to actually do that. But that won't happen soon because we're so focused on Cold War right now and then World War II. But my goal is to do that, is to have those scenarios in a much better place for playing, where Vietnam doesn't have that problem. Vietnam has very decently scripted scenarios. Perfect? No, but really good. Middle East, on the other hand, most of those have the automated script inside of them, which is not very good, unfortunately. So yeah, at least for the foreseeable future, you'll probably have the main download plus one update that needs to be installed. Once they're settled, then there'll be just a remaster and it'll be done. Timeline, don't know. Once I script Cold War, going back to Middle East will be... Oh, yeah, for sure. But then the question is, do I spend time scripting Middle East, or do I work on World War II? Well, yeah, exactly. So it will be World War II. So I don't want to say when I'm going to work on that, but I know I'm going to work on that. It's just a matter of when. Overstacked, totally. I tried. Nope. One thing, Petra, if you're watching this later, one thing that would be nice is if I have the tooltips on like I do now, they don't show if I'm in the unit area if it's turned on. Because I think I just saw that. Where? Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, never mind. It's just in my head. It's just in my head. Okay. I think I still had a whole bunch of units. Okay, let's plot some artillery. Let's get this done. We want to focus on this. That's a pillbox. There's no sense plotting artillery on that. Okay, let's see what happens. That's not good. That's not good either. So there is a good list over at the Blitz. about preferred scenarios or actions that you would like to see in the World War II game, which is kind of exciting. So thank you for those that have started to participate in that. Of course, that'll stay open for quite a long time. Just a reminder, not everything is going to be able to be done, but as a starting point, it gives me a really good understanding about what kind of things that you, the player, want to see. But yes, I think Cold War will be fun. I'm extremely excited for it. And Nick has been doing really good on the map lately, which is on the main map, the Fulda area map. It's a very large map, but he's slowly making some really good progress. I think I'm going to have to, while he's working on that Fulda region map, I'm going to have to start working on the Hamburg to Berlin map. That's going to be such a big map. But that'll be not for 2 years, Tim. Not for 2 years, at least. Yeah, that's what I mean. You won't be able to playtest Cold War for 2 years. Realistically. Unless I win the lottery, because then I can do it 24/7. Lots to do. I'm still building data. It takes so long to build data. Then I have mapping to do. The mapping itself will probably take a year. Then I have to build the scenarios. Then I have to script the scenarios, and then they'll be ready for testing. So realistically, it's 2 years out. There's no way I'm getting in that hex there. That is surrounded... Oh, man. That is occupied by the engineer company that we can see there. "13 out of 28 units have recovered morale, which isn't great. 9 headquarters unable to provide supply, 4 artillery units unavailable, and 3 units low on ammo." Yes, exactly. Roslavel did take a year to play. But it was hella fun all the way through. Ooh, that was a good hit. Another good hit. Yes, that is exactly how I developed the Smolensk scenarios, for sure. course, it was designed to be a defeat, but how badly would you lose? That was the whole point of that particular scenario, is how long could you delay the inevitable? You made the game last the whole 100 turns, which is fantastic. Which means you played well. If the game would have been finished at turn 60, well then obviously something wasn't right. But it wasn't. You played all the way to the end and you were fighting tooth and nail, which was freaking amazing. Amazing! Okay, let's try this again. See if we can get into here. Oh, not you. There we go. We're still trying. Oh, we don't have the strength anymore. Damn it. Let's do some shooting. So those Smolensk scenarios, those will be something that I rebuild for the new version. I don't know if all of them will be rebuilt because there's a limit. There's so many things that people want. So it's like, am I going to spend all my time working on the 35 scenarios or whatever, 30 scenarios that was included, and it'll just be World War II is a Smolensk game, basically. We don't want that. We want to have some variety. I know that Petri had worked on some cold winter war scenarios, so that's good. I want to do some Poland. I want to do some like Operation Blau scenarios. I'm really interested in Sevastopol. Obviously, there's the Odessa scenarios that I had created many moons ago that I would like to rebuild. There's Typhoon, which would be fascinating, I think. There's Leningrad, which would be interesting. There's the fighting in Hungary, which would be fascinating as well. I mean, you need to have an Operation Overlord scenario as well. There may be some fighting in Norway. There's so many different things that should be included in a 1.00. But everything that needs to be included is one extra thing that needs to work, right? So at some point we have to say there has to be a limit to what we're going to include with 1.00. The same as Cold War. There's so many other nations that I want to include in Cold War, but we have to stop somewhere in order to get the first game out, right? So the 1.00. So that's why we decided, all right, 4 Warsaw Pact, 4 NATO, that'll be the starting point, and we can just add countries in the future. One thing is that I will eventually take the Soviets that are going to be released with Cold War and put them into Middle East so we can have fighting in Afghanistan. So that's something to look forward to. Oh, we built a bridge. That won't happen. That won't happen, though, until after Cold War is released. So, fair warning. Mainly because I need to... oh, look at these. They're almost full strength. Mainly because I need to make sure that... So I built a lot of Soviet gear that was used in Afghanistan, so I need to make sure that my order of battles actually have those things inside of them. Oh, what do we find? It's a bunker? Frickin' fire truck. Really? Can't cross there. Oh, I made a gun truck that the Soviets used in Afghanistan, which I included in the order of battle. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Aha! Check that out. So basically what they had done is they built an armored cab in the back and then put a BRDM turret. BDRM? BRDM? I don't remember which one it is. That's my dyslexia popping up. Anyways, they put a turret on top of it. They also had a version that had a rocket launcher on top of that, like basically a rocket pod from a helicopter, and they welded it to the top of it to have as rocket support. So this will be something that I'll include in the Afghan order of battles once I get to that point. But first we need to work on... Yeah, exactly. It was a 14... Yeah, exactly. 14.5 millimeter machine gun. I just thought it was interesting in the sense that you don't see that very often. I thought, oh, that'd be a really neat vehicle to put into the scenarios for convoy and whatnot, just because. Of course, most of the gun trucks were just a machine gun in the back, like a light anti-aircraft machine gun in the back, either a 14.5 or a 23 millimeter anti-aircraft gun. That was the typical thing. More toys, yeah. So many toys. Holy, after all that, we only took out 1 leader? That kind of makes me sad. Let's see if we can get into here. Nope. Damn it. Okay, you guys can move. You guys can come in, I hope. Come on! Damn it! Not yet. We're trying. We are trying. Can't cross there. Do I have an engineer here? No, I don't. You know what? Let's try just to see what this is being defended with. Let's take a look. This is gonna suck. Oh my god, that was terrible. Holy shit, that was brutal. So that's a pillbox. So now we know for scenario 7, there's pillboxes in here, and it's going to be extra difficult to get into. That is brutal. Shit. We lost a lot. That was pretty bad. Oh, now we have 2 avenues of attack. That's good. Sometimes less is more, sometimes not. Yes, that is very true. Let's leave them there. They are both included. There is so much variety in the Overa battles. It will be... I hope everyone likes them, because I spend so much time on them. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's call in the artillery. Let's try and clean up this flank a bit, since we can see everything. Okay. Bada boom. Damn it. Yeah, that's low priority right now, Tim. Unfortunately. Well, that's nice of them to smoke us. Damn it. So many casualties in this. Sure would be nice to get these things out of the way, the buggers. Ah, damn it. Lost our sappers. Brutal. Are we going to get into that position? I don't know. We keep losing our shit. Come on. There we go. 13 out of 26 units, 50%. Have recovered morale. 2 headquarters, unable to provide supplies. 7 artillery units unavailable. 3 units low on ammo. Come on, good hits here. Oh. That's a bunker, so that's not likely. Oh, finally a good hit. Double unknown effect, that's good. Oh, took out some guns. Just not getting in there. Come on. Enjoy. Okay, first things first. Let's see if we can get into here. Nope. So close. Let's try with these guys. Oh. So close. Let's pull you back because that's just the death zone. You guys. Let's try this again. No joy. You guys, let's try and push through. What? There's nothing even there. What the hell? Okay, let's swing around. Gosh darn it. Whew, that was brutal on many levels. That's not good. Ouch. No joy. No joy. Oh, these guys can't see anything. Gosh darn it. I don't know. Let's try to build a bridge there again. Build a bridge. Oh, perfect. Okay, we can assault from this side now. We don't have a lot, though, but we'll try. We reduced and got rid of another leader. Perfect. Oh, can I do it again? I cannot. Come on. Damn it. So close. I just can't go anywhere. Oh, I can go somewhere now. Look at that. Oh, that's a whole... We should be able to overrun that next turn if we can get lucky. So close. Oh. So close. No way I'm assaulting that again, because that was suicidal. Okay, look at that. We are getting to the point where we can overrun this. Okay. One second. Sorry. The life of a cartographer. Alright. What were we doing? Hey, Hoffman. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. This is where the prize is, back here. We really want to hit this. That's good to hear. What's going on? Tell me a story. That's not good. That's also not good. Since I was asking everyone there, Hoffman, Which decades are you looking forward to playing with Cold War? Keeping in mind that the game will span from 40 to 85, 1948 to 1985. No specific decade, but I'm forced to choose the 50s. Oh, that's interesting. How come? I like that answer. That's a good answer. What's the rationale behind that if you had to ask? Or think? Damn it, I thought we'd get lucky, but we're not getting lucky. My assault force is running away. Forgotten decade, no interesting technological development. It's World War II, but on the theater. That's what interests me. But you see, what I find the most interesting about the 50s is the organizational changes that both the NATO forces, especially the Americans, and the Warsaw Pact forces had, especially the Russians or Soviets. They had tinkered with different non-traditional organizations, and I think that's very interesting to see how that would play out on the battlefield, which is really super exciting. The 50s, the early mid-50s was the only time really when the organizations were substantially different because, you know, they were more concerned about a nuclear battlefield. Yeah, no, most people want to play with all the toys in the 80s, which is fair and makes sense. But yeah, I think that whole decade is very interesting and has a lot of potential for interesting fights, I think. Just the way that the units were organized, just that in itself is so fascinating. Glad we're in a bunker there, because holy, this is rough. 6 out of 22 units have recovered morale. That's definitely not good. 6 headquarters unable to provide supply. 4 artillery units unavailable. 3 units low on ammo. That is what we're going to assault this turn. That hex right there. Both of them, actually. Any particular year that you'd be keen on, like 55, 54? Or does it matter? depend on the scenario available for each year. Well, that's the thing. I can design any scenario. So, if you have ideas, now's the time to share them. With that in mind, just so you know, the core units that will be included in Cold War 1.00 are going to be on the NATO side, the US, French, UK, and West Germany. And then on the Warsaw Pact side, it's going to be Poland, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, and of course the Soviets. So, with the limitations of those order of battles, let me know. I'm happy to do so. Okay, let us see if we can get into this. Come on, do it! Oh, no! Okay, you guys try. Come on. No joy. Fire truck. How about you guys? Well, that was easy because there's nothing there. How about you guys? Whoa, we're making progress. Oh, I can't assault that. Fire truck. Why can't I shoot that? Oh, that's why. So, just so you know, Hoffman, if you are interested, there is a list of the current scenario plan over on the... No, it's at the Blitz. And it is here. So here's the plan so far of what I'm going to design for the Cold War 1.00. This is subject to change, but this is the plan so far. I don't know if you can see that. I can give you a link. Bada boom. Like so. So just here's a shortcut for y'all. You notice that my screen was over all the way to the edge? I have a hex selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press the spacebar and it takes me to that hex. Quality of life thing. You're welcome. Ah, fire truck. I couldn't see them, so couldn't shoot. Alright, let's advance and try and assault if we survive. Yes. Didn't lose anything, but didn't cause any damage. They're still at the same strength. That's too bad. We are getting close to a position where we can start assaulting this, but we're only a turn away, so let's not waste our shots. Get all you guys up to the front. Because we're going to try... We want to take that thing out there. I really do. We're going to advance with you guys as well. Mostly to draw fire from these guys. The Cold War list is about halfway down, just FYI. Okay, one more round of artillery. China is in Vietnam. Okay, there we go. Come on. Let's get this assault going. One more turn. Ah, lost our machine gun. Damn it. But they're serving the... Oh, they were serving the purpose of drawing the fire from that other hex. Partially. Damn it. Ah, double damn it. I don't know how'd we get in that pillbox with that engineer company in there. I don't know if you saw the assault before, but it eliminated nearly a stack of our boys. Alright, 9 out of 22 units have recovered morale, 7 headquarters unable to provide supply, 4 artillery units unavailable, 2 units low on ammo. Eventually I'll give China the the historical makeover like I've been doing the other nations. Giving proper divisions and corps and all that fun stuff as well. Just, it'll take time. That's more low on the priority list, but it is something I want to do. My next task is the boar. Redoing the boar. Oh, there's no freaking way we're getting in there, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. A scenario, Operation Unthinkable, could be interesting. Give me a brief overview of what you mean, please. No, let's not do that. Let's do this instead. Come on. Over. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's because I'm using a different version. Damn it. No joy. Allies attacking the USSR right after World War II. Yeah, that might be something that I do for... so our cutoff is 1948. So, but for the World War II version, that will be something that will be considered, because it'll be... that one will go up to 48 or 47. Oh, buggers. So basically the Cold War conflict is going to start at Berlin. And then the hypothetical stuff after the war will be in the World War II game. You know what? I don't think I need to do anything else. I'm just going to save it, end it. And that'll be the end of the turn, end of the game. Oh, what the hell? Damn French. They're so powerful. 1961 Berlin crisis at checkpoint Charlie. Yeah, that's true. There we go. So we finalized that. That was brutal. We lost half our infantry strength. That's not good. 64% of our engineering. That makes sense. How'd they do? Oh, we took out 60% of their infantry. 100% of their anti-tank units. 60% of their tanks. That's pretty awesome. And the status, yeah, so we basically kept around 4,000. So we definitely got a major victory here, so that's good. Now let's start up number 7, see what that's all about. Number 7. We're playing side B again. The French western sector was under pressure from the 17th of March when Anne-Marie was abandoned. Francois was the next strong point lost when Thai auxiliaries of the CSM 413 deserted on April 1st. During the early morning of April 1st, Viet Minh mortars opened fire on Huget 7, or Hugay, I'm not sure how you say it, on a ploy to exploit the Viet inability to adjust to the unforeseen situations. The captain of the 1st Company of the 5th Parachute Battalion pulled out of the northern and central portions of H7 and withdrew to the southern bunker. The Viets moved into position, but with little room for maneuver, the French artillery blasted them with high explosives. At dawn, the Vietnamese paratroopers regained H7. In the late evening of April 1st, the 36th Regiment of the VM 308 Division renewed their attacks on H7, while the 165th Regiment of the 312th Division began attacking H6. By 4 a.m. on April 2nd, swarms of Viet Minh were inside H7 in bitter hand-to-hand fighting. A mixed group of paratroopers, legionnaires, and Thai auxiliaries held through the darkness in a corner bunker. The legionnaire commander of the 1st 2nd REI sent an ad hoc relief force, which included 3 tanks. The Viet Minh infantry began to fall back. At daylight, H7 was back in French hands. However, the Viet Minh were still strong and had recoilless rifles at Anne-Marie, which could continuously fire on H7. At 8 a.m., French High Command decided to abandon H7. Thus, Huget's Phase 1 finished with the Viet Minh taking a French strong point. And I think we're playing side B. Yes, we are. Let's take a look. Side B, all options on, except for that. Let's take a look. Mission. Regiment 36 comrades, we must strike tonight to evict the French imperialists from their strongholds. Uncle Ho stands behind his shoulders on the battlefield. Watch for mines during the attack. We have a supply. We have a whole bunch of crap. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm curious. Let's take a look at the mess. Let's highlight our engineers. Oh, I don't have a lot of engineers this time. That's not good. No, I don't. Huh. So, based on our experience, if I remember from the last scenario, there was a bunker up in here. So that's something to be wary of. We have 12 turns. Oh, that's not a lot. 8 turns of night, which is also not a lot. Let's take a look to see if we have reinforcements. We don't. Do we have releases? We don't. So I guess we're just going in, soak up fire, one thing at a time. Oh, that's encouraging. Oh, sneaky buggers. ID got smoked. I don't have any more engineers here either. Oh, there's a whole bunch of positions. Oh, interesting. Damn it. I think we're gonna swing over here. Oh man. Ouch. That was reduced by 3. That sucked. Jeez. Ouch. Alright, well, let's just save it. This is number 7. Let's see what we have for artillery. We don't have a lot of... thanks, Tim. I really appreciate that. We don't have a lot of 120s, which is unfortunate because I really like the 120s. See if we can isolate this. We're going to try and cut this off first. That's our main goal. Swing all these forces into here, capture this, and secure it, and see if we can take out whatever's in here. The problem is we don't have a lot of time to do it, so that'll be something that we do. So let's see how bad this is going to be. See what kind of defenses the French have. That'll be one thing that I have to build. Like I was mentioning before, I need to build a... Oh man, we're just getting slaughtered. One out of 2 units have recovered morale. We have one headquarter unable to provide supply. We did clear a blind or a block, so that's good. Anyways, I need to build... So Nick is working on the Fulda Gap map. I need to build the Hamburg to Berlin map. That will take a while, definitely. I mentioned a year, probably, and that's going to be relatively accurate. Because don't forget that that map has to cover multiple decades, right? Let's try an assault into here. See if we'll get lucky. We didn't get lucky, but we caused damage, so that's good. See if we can continue to get lucky. Oh. Maybe we can occupy this. Yes, we can. That is very exciting all of a sudden. First one to fall. Woo! Oh, damn it. This might not be... Oh no, that is definitely not a good idea. Let's not do that. That's bad. Pray for a 7-day to the Rhine scenario. Well, that is the idea, and that is probably going to be what you see with the 80s scenario or set of scenarios. That's probably a plan for sure. All right, I think that's going to be it for the session. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Huge thank you to our donators. Huge thank you to those that watch on YouTube. Thank you to our Patreons. If you do like this type of content, yeah, and you made it this far, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. It really does help. So huge thank you to those that do that. There is, as I mentioned, a Patreon. If you do want to help support us, everything helps. So thank you so much. It is wonderful that you guys even consider helping. So thanks for that. I will be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We will be going back to Operation Sea Lion to see what kind of madness happens there. What else is going on? Yeah, I'll have more news about the update for Middle East and Vietnam. So thank you again for your patience. That is on the other side. Slytherin is having their scheduling problems, so hopefully we can remedy that. And on that note, take care. Smile always. Or take care. Good luck. Smile always.